on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Giants and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this. It's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, and those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Davis last week, 23 carries, 88 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Throwing Jones. This is Hillman with it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilar. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Here's Brady to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And one more time. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. This defense for the Giants, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 117 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And they will finally bring here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Another try for Davis. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. We're scoreless after 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short, Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And his kick here is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. Back
to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I do have to admit,
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take it. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady going to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Davis. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down. Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Buying time to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway from the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Jones. There's the stiff arm. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Complete here. It's Hyde. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A dump off for Davis. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Also going on up in Charlotte, the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Open man right side is Tony. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds Hillman, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he goes out right around the 39. Back now in Tampa. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a throw here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's got this down to the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Vita Vea has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline. Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt,
they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Jones. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick. But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road.